Britney Spears makes a horrible mistake in selling her catalog. We got to talk about this and more. But before we get into it, hi, best friend, and welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, my whole vibe is pop culture, messy bestie, comfort content creator. That's me, girl. Okay, listen. I spill pop culture tea every day. I do 5 videos a day, so you're always updated on all the tea. And I've been covering this Britney Spears selling of her catalog. And I have some new information that I'm just not that excited about, to be honest with you. When I first reported on it, I was excited. Check this out. Breaking Britney Spears news. Britney Spears has officially sold her whole catalog. Britney Spears just signed a massive new music deal, one that sells her rights to her extensive music catalog. According to new docs, Britney sold her ownership share of her catalog to Primary Wave, a music publisher. Now, the amount that she sold it for has not been made public, but TMZ reports that it's a landmark deal, close to the $200 million that Justin Bieber sold his for. Now, this deal was actually signed on December 30th, and sources say that Britney Spears is happier than ever and she's celebrating spending time with her kids. Now, looks like Kate Hudson, her manager, and her team are advising her to do what others have done, including Justin Bieber, Shakira, Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Nicks, Bob Dylan, Paul Simon, Neil Young, Kiss, Sting, Phil Collins, etc. So all the legends have done it. And you know what? I am just here for anything that Britney wants to do. I don't see this such as a negative thing. I see it more of a, maybe like a starting over, like Justin Bieber did. He sold his catalog and he came out with his new albums, and he's on top of the music scene. So I wouldn't consider this a goodbye. I've seen a lot of fans talk about it as a goodbye, but I see it more as a new beginning. So, oh, that Xanax kicked in, honey. So anyways, what do you guys think about Britney selling her catalog? How much do you think she sold it for? And did you think that was a good idea? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that follow for more tea. Okay, more information about Britney Spears selling her catalog for over $200 million. Now, there is so much confusion. I had to ask ChatGPT. I had to Dora the Explorer the internet. And I found this from Lifted by Logan. Left a comment, and I wanted to read it to you guys because I found it so interesting. It says, for everyone confused about why Britney sold her catalog, here is the breakdown. Number 1, it wasn't a money grab. It was an escape during the 13-year conservatorship. Britney was the only one working while her father and lawyers took percentages of her gross earnings. By the time it ended in 2021, she'd paid over $30 million in legal fees. Even as recently as 2024, she was forced to pay another $2 million just to settle her dad's final legal bills. Selling her catalog for $200 million finally refills her bank account and wipes the slate clean forever. She can still tour. Selling her rights means she traded future small royalty checks, streaming radio, for a massive lump sum now. She doesn't have to pay a fee to sing her own hits. The venues handle the license. She keeps 100% of her tour profits from tickets and merch. The residency trap is over. The Vegas residency was a cycle where she was forced to work to pay for the people controlling her. With $200 million in the bank, she never has to work again. If she does the UK-Australia tour with her son, it's because she wants to, not because she's contracted to a casino. She's a CEO now. She still owns her book royalties, her massive fragrance empire, and any new music she releases. The sale was her buying her own freedom so she can finally live on her own terms. She's not selling out. She's finally cashing out of a system that used her for decades. Thank you, Lifted by Logan, because I was so confused. Now, I also asked ChatGPT. I sent Chat all of the legal things, and it gave me a really good kind of insight. It says, think of it like selling a house. You get a huge lump sum payment up front, like hundreds of millions, but you don't collect rent from the house anymore. But here's the part people misunderstand. This does not mean Britney disappears or can't sing her songs or gets zero money forever. Usually, these deals still allow the artist to perform their songs, release new music, and sometimes they still keep small percentages of approval rights. The company just owns the business side now. So no, it's not she gets nothing over ever again. It's more like she chose to get one gigantic check now instead of smaller checks for the next 30 years. It's been reported that she would get about $1 million in streaming a month, so like 10 million a year. So now she just get that huge lump sum and now she gets to move on. Does that make sense? Now, this is a part I don't like. I read that Britney's likeliness and image or whatever, that's also been bought. So I don't know what that means. So I'm just kind of confused about the whole thing, but I love what this says. Given her conservatorship history, this actually makes a lot of sense. Putting the catalog under professional publisher secures how the songs are handled long term and keeps it from turning into a family or estate power struggle someday. Her family can't touch her songs now. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? It's a little confusing, but I also kind of understand. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. You see, I was really excited, girl. I was like, a bitch was doing zippity-doo-dah, zippity-ay, my, oh my, what a wonderful day. I was so excited because I thought, you know what? This is gonna be amazing. This is a new beginning for Britney. This is something, that I think was very good for her. And then hearing that it's in the ballpark of $200 million, I thought that was amazing too. But after taxes and after all the money you have to pay management and shit. Do you know how much Britney's allegedly getting, best friend? Okay, so Breathe Heavy's reporting that Britney's now net worth estimated is $150 million following the sale of her music catalog. Okay, Britney Spears recently, obviously, sold ownership stake in her music catalog. According to Forbes, the deal brought in an estimated $170 million before taxes. After taxes plus fees paid to her manager and attorney, her take amount is reportedly close to $70 million. $70 million. This is the Forbes article. Forbes last estimated Spears' net worth at $60 million in 2021, far below pop stars like Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Rihanna, and all whom are now billionaires. Forbes estimates that Spears earned about $170 million from the deal before taxes, but after fees paid to her manager and attorney, her post-tax take-home pay will be closer to $70 million. $150 million is her net worth. That's what Forbes estimates Britney is worth now. I can't. And her deal with Primary Wave, that places her well below artists like Katy Perry, Dolly Parton, and even further behind the billionaire pop stars Taylor, Beyonce, and Rihanna. This is nowhere near where Britney should be. And it infuriates me to the point where I just honestly want to overeat and watch Princess Diaries because I'm just thinking about yet another injustice for Britney. That makes me sad. It makes me sad. And also I'm hearing that she sold her likeliness, her name, basically just everything for $70 million. And I know, girl, that's a lot of money, bitch. I mean, can you imagine all the trips to Ross Dress for Less? Bitch, you could buy Ross Dress for less. My Temu card is at to like $10,000. I could literally just press buy. Listen, okay. I'm trying to think as a Britney fan. I'm trying to think as, a selfless Britney fan. I don't want to think like a selfish person because, me. I want to see Britney on stage. I want her to come back. Okay, listen. Of course, taxes and all the things that you got to pay, I get it. I get it. That's just the way it is. But $70 million for such an iconic catalog, it really does make me wonder what is actually going on. And a lot of people are saying that, she's allegedly desperate for cash. And I fear that this might have been a huge mistake out of possible desperation. Walking away from your whole history and your past for just allegedly $70 million, that's nothing. I'm sorry, that's nothing. When these artists today are worth 500 million, $1 billion, you're telling me that she's sold everything for $70 million? Grant you, I mean, Britney Spears decides to come back, she's going to sell out her tour. Britney Spears is going to make tons of money. Britney Spears could easily make money. But what about all of her past? Where does that go? And I get it. She can still perform. She can still, she can still do whatever she wants with it, but she's just not going to get any money. It just feels like it's borrowed now. It doesn't even feel like it's hers now. And I'm not that knowledgeable on these type of things, so forgive me for my ignorance, but it just feels a little bit... It doesn't feel great. It's not, I don't have good, like, for example, if after taxes, Britney Spears was getting $500 million, I would be like, yes, bitch, $500 million, because that's more worthy of you. But $70 million? Like, that shit is crazy to me, And she was supposedly making $1 million a month in streaming. So like 10 million a year or 12 million a year, I don't remember. I just don't know. And what worries me is that, they're saying that she's so desperate for money and that's the reason why she sold it in such a rush. That makes me even more nervous. So I don't know what to tell you, you guys. I really don't know what to tell you. I'm very, very anxious about this, to be very honest. I don't feel great about it. I feel like maybe this was a rush decision. I feel like she could have gotten a lot more. But then again, are people really still checking for Britney like that? Because in my house, Britney Spears is the queen of pop. Britney Spears is number one. Britney Spears is everything. But her reputation, unfortunately, has been damaged a lot from the media and the press and the haters. A lot of people taking her Instagram and saying that they can no longer support her because of her Instagram. A lot of people are saying that she's completely lost it and then she's crazy and this and that. So I'm sort of like trying to figure things out in my head, like, okay, what is really going on here? And we haven't really heard anything from the movie, the biopic. We haven't really heard anything about the second book. We haven't really heard anything else except she sold everything. And after all the things that she has to pay, legal and lawyers and management and taxes, that she just got $70 million. When in just her judging X Factor for that one season, she got 15 million. Like, put that into comparison. She gave away her whole past catalog, name, likeliness, all of it, for what, 3 seasons of the X Factor? I just don't know if that makes sense to me. And I could be talking so much incoherent nonsense. So I'd love for you, if you're more knowledgeable on this, to help me out, because this is what I'm understanding. I just don't get it, to be honest. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I love to hear from you all. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. I don't take any of you guys for granted. And well, I'll see you on the next one, best friend. Mwah. Bye.